TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good morning, and welcome to the Sean Farrell podcast. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. I am Sean Farrell. Before I get started, I would just like to say that God has been doing so many great things in my life, and which is one of the main reasons why I say God is great at the beginning of these videos, because He is great. And He has been blessing me in my life. And this Thursday, I get to start at the Memphis Crisis Center, which is where I volunteer. But now I go from being a volunteer at the Crisis Center to being an employee for the Memphis Crisis Center. Okay. And so I actually start this Thursday. I actually have a few days to myself before I start, which is always good, because it's always good to get some mental clarity. It's always good to have some mental clarity before you take a new job. But God has been blessing me, and He's blessed me with a new job and just an opportunity to continue to help others who are in distress, deal with depression, or have thoughts of suicidal ideation. And so that's one of the things I'm looking forward to. And like I said at the beginning, God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Now, let's get started, shall we? So, sometimes in life, we have close calls. Maybe we're driving down the highway, and there's a car that barely misses you. Whew, that was close. You may be watching a game. You may be watching a basketball game or football game, and the team misses a game-winning shot, and the team that wins, the fans go, "Oof, that was close." I talked about this a long while ago about how when I used to be at UPS, used to now, because I actually left UPS for the Memphis Crisis Center. Believe it or not, it's gonna feel weird to say that. Okay. Anyway, when I was back at UPS, I told you all that I actually picked up a box, and those cardboard boxes can have sharp edges. I picked it up, and it caught my wrist strictly by accident. Okay. And there was no bleeding. It was just but if it caught me in the wrong place, what then? So it was Friday, my last day at my second job as well. I've done this many times before, just routine loading of boxes into the van. and I pick up a box, and it accidentally, strictly by accident, caught me at the top of my wrist, right below the hand, right below the hand. No, it caught me like, I would say, right below the hand. Yeah. I'll say that. Right below the hand is where it caught me at. And that was another close call. Because cardboard, sharp edges, whatnot. That was another close call that I had. Okay. When I picked up the box and it caught my wrist, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, oh man. Man. Because if it had just been another few inches, if it had just been a few, like 1 or 2 inches down, who knows what would have happened, man. But that was another close call. That's actually twice that's happened this year. Okay. But it was another close call. There was no bleeding. And I just thank God that it was just that. Just a cut. And here I am talking to you all today. So this past Thursday, at one of the final times that I would be seeing some of our customers at one of my stops at my second job, there was a lady who was talking to me, and she had subscribed to my channel. I actually handed her one of my cards, one of my YouTube cards, and she subscribed to my channel, and we began talking about mental health and how she had her own issues with mental health. If I recall correctly, she said she went through a divorce in 1987, all of which I was 2 years old. I was 2 years old in 1987. And she said she felt about this low, like really, really low. She got through it, and she got through it. Now that she's subscribed to my channel, she's probably gonna correct me on a few things. Ain't that right, Shin? Anyway, yeah, she said she went through a divorce. Was feeling low. And she mentioned to me that how she couldn't tell that I was going through something, because you just go through, because she mentioned that I just come in here, handle my business, and get right out. I move fast. And so that's something that she said that she never really noticed about me. when they say depression is invisible and someone who is suicidal is invisible, that's really true. That is really, really true, okay? True to a T. That's true. Very true. Okay. So, yeah, but we began talking about her mental health experiences, my mental health experiences, the one at Rhodes College. I've told y'all about that one, where I was asked multiple times, was I okay? By someone in the finance office. I was asked multiple times that. So yeah. So it just seems like I'm just glad that, she was able to share her mental health experiences with me. I was able to share mine with her. And it was just a really good conversation, a short conversation, but it was just a really good short conversation that we had together. And it was good. It was good to say it at least. Okay. So, there are anniversaries of certain things. There are anniversaries of marriages, anniversaries of good events, anniversaries of bad events. And so anniversaries for bad events, good events, marriages, significant events in history have anniversaries. Okay. So apply the word anniversary to suicide for a second. Okay. Chloe Cole, who I had a conversation with, always talks about talks about on her anniversary, how she attempted to end her life. And one of the people that I worked with this year on the Memphis Walk Committee, Halli Drake, nickname HD. Halli had a post on Facebook, okay? And Halli, I hope I don't embarrass you. Halli, I hope I don't embarrass you, okay? If I embarrass you, I'm sorry. In a good way, okay? In a good way. But I'm just gonna read you what she posted. 10 years ago, on December 1, 2012, I attempted suicide. I was a 19-year-old college student despite having a 4.0 GPA, being involved in several clubs and honor societies, and getting paid to conduct astrophysics research. I felt like a complete failure. In an attempt to make friends and cope with my untreated mental health conditions, I started using various substances recreationally. This led to a path of addiction and isolation, and at the time, suicide seemed like my only way out. My survived attempt was a turning point in my life. If I was going to continue living, I needed my life to mean something. On my path to sobriety, I dropped out of college and moved to a new city in 2014, cutting off my easy access to drugs. I started a career in banking, went back to school online, obtaining my Bachelor of Science in Accounting in 2019. I learned about my mental health and focused on healthy relationships. I walked away from abusive partnerships and eventually met my husband in 2020. My focus on fundraising and wanting to make a difference in my community led me to pursue a Master of Public Administration and Nonprofit Management, which I hope to complete in 2023. You will. Yes, you will, Halli. I put a lot of hard work in all my areas of life to get where I am today. And I will continue to work hard to improve my own life and the lives of those around me. Throughout my MPA program, I've had several tell me that I can't help everyone and I need to narrow my scope. As I move forward in my career in the nonprofit sector, I want to focus on mental health, substance use, and suicide prevention. This year, I became a co-chair for the Memphis Out of the Darkness Walk with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I feel so lucky to be working with such an amazing team, and I look forward to seeing what we can accomplish to build community and connection in the Memphis area. 10 years ago, I received a second chance at life. I intend to use that chance to show others that they are not alone. There is hope, and suicide is not the answer. So, I know some people who are watching this are going to feel that. I certainly did. The thing that kind of struck me is the part where she said, I felt like a complete failure in an attempt to make friends and cope with my untreated mental health conditions. Okay. Excuse me. I would just say that seeing all the wonderful things that were happening with the people around me, seeing all the wonderful things of the people that were around me, seeing how good they were doing, I was happy for them. Okay. I was happy for them, but I felt sad inside because and it just made me feel like a failure of my own because everything's happening in their life, but what is happening in mine, and she also mentioned in an attempt to make friends. I could argue I did not attempt to make friends, okay? For those of you who know my story, I really had no friends. I really had no friends, especially when I was younger. When I was younger, I had no friends. And untreated depression or undertreated depression can lead to more serious symptoms, can lead to more serious consequences, like in Halli's case, addiction, attempted suicide. For me, it was pornography and materialism for seeking refuge, trying to fill the hole of depression. That was me. Okay. And so, I made the decision myself to get help. Made my decision on my own. And it was probably one of the best decisions that I ever made, because who knows where I would have been if I didn't. And I had serious anger issues. And, you just, when you're in a dark depressive hole, you just feel like you're not good enough for anybody. You're not good enough for anybody. You feel like that any attempt that you get at a relationship will fail. And so, if you're gonna fail at attempted relationships, if you're gonna fail at this, if you're gonna fail at that, what's the point of trying? And it takes a ton of hard work to pull yourself out of that place. It takes a ton of hard work to pull yourself out of that place. For some people, it takes several months. Some people may take a year. For some people, it may take 3 years. No, healing is not linear, okay? Healing is not linear. And so, it just takes time. It just takes time. No, I've stayed in counseling. The one time that I did stop going to counseling, for a brief period, for about a year, my depression and suicidal thoughts came back stronger than ever. And it was aggressively strong. So strong that it was like a tight grip on me. And I've stayed in counseling ever since. And here I am today, speaking to you all. Of course, telling my story to AFSP. And but let me tell you something. I do still have lonely, dark days mentally. Okay, and I think we all have those days. Now people just randomly check in on me. They just randomly check in on me to see how I'm doing, and that's one of the pretty cool things about the healing journey, because you do matter to a lot of people, and I know Halli matters to a lot of people. I matter to a lot of people. The walk crew I work with, they matter to a lot of people. You people who are watching this, you matter to a lot of people. You matter to a lot of people. And yeah, you matter. And I always, I try to close every video by just holding up this rock that I painted, 988 hope. There is always hope. There's always hope. And if you feel that mental darkness, just dial 988. Just dial 988, okay? There's always hope. There's always hope, okay? Always. All right. That's it. That's all for the Sean For Real podcast. I am out of here. Thank you. May God bless you all, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Cowboys.